Once the rain started falling, it never seemed to stop. By early July 1993, Iowa hadn't had 2 straight days of dry weather in more than 2 months, which put many communities, including the Iowa State campus, on flood watch for weeks.
We were down there one afternoon and President Jischke was out helping fill sandbags and sort of trying to keep water from getting into Hilton.
It's been 30 years, but the memories from 1993 still come flooding back.
I don't think we were planning on a full-scale flood at that moment, the night before. And then it was just a day of watching the waters rise.
The Ioway Creek rose rapidly, eventually cresting at 18.5 feet, 11.5 feet above flood stage. Water inundated the Iowa State Center, Lead Rec Center, and the lower level of the Maple Willow Larch residence halls.
It started and water levels came up and they breached University Boulevard and they got over then towards Hilton Coliseum.
And you saw the wall. You saw the wave coming.
The water undercut the barricades, forcing its way into the lower levels of Hilton, flooding the basketball court with 14 feet of water. It also flooded Sheeman, home to the Bernier Art Museum.
And obviously we got, as I recall, it was 30 million gallons of water in Hilton, and it went up to the sort of height of the basketball rims on the floor level there in the first few rows of that, and had to deal with the damage in both Hilton and Sheeman.
So we had artwork that was out in the north of the building, and I saw the waters come, and that 12-foot sculpture, it just started to be consumed.
Floodwaters also damaged the floor at Lead Rec Center and destroyed 10 dump trucks worth of food at the Maple Willow Larch residence halls. Classes were canceled, and many employees were told to stay home if they couldn't make it to campus safely.
You know, there was a period of time where you couldn't get on from the east side of Ames across the river. The roads were all closed.
Fortunately, the waters quickly receded. Unfortunately, the receding waters revealed the damage left behind, including destroyed furniture and tons of mud.
You know you're going to lose all your electrical and utilities, and for the museums, trying to maintain temperature and humidity is our #1 priority. So for us, it's just stabilize as best you could and plan for a long recovery.
That recovery started immediately to prepare for the fall semester.
You had to get everything out of the buildings that had gotten flooded, and then we had to figure out which materials could be saved or salvaged. We focused on trying to get things back so school could start pretty much on time.
In all, the floods caused over $7.5 million in damage. But because of the hard work of hundreds of ISU employees and volunteers, the university quickly got back on its feet.
A lot of hours. There were 16, 18-hour days, and it's just hard labor at that point. I think everybody pitched in. You did it together. You did it together.
And if there's one aspect from the floods that still remains 30 years later, it's that Iowa State spirit of working together no matter what the challenge.
One of the strengths of Iowa State is the employees, you know, they show up, whether it's snowstorms or floods or other disasters, they come in and work.